Hi, welcome to Engelgeist. Thank you for visiting my channel. This is the monthly Tarotoscopes that I'm doing. This is for the month of September 2019 in the sign of Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, and possibly Venus, if that shows up. Please like, share, and subscribe. If you enjoyed this video, please comment. Let me know what you liked about it, where it was accurate, where it was inaccurate. Whatever you want to let me know. I have a different bit of a setup today, so you'll see as we go. I'll explain all the different, where the cards go and why. And we'll get started. So this is for the month of September 2019 for the sign of Aries. So let me shuffle the cards one moment. So Aries, as I'm shuffling the cards, I feel like the energy is going to be fast the month of September. I feel like things will be moving quickly for you guys. I don't feel like there's a lot of outside frustration or trouble going on. I don't know. We'll see what comes up in the cards as I lay them out. But let's look at your first card. Your first card, this is sort of like how you're going to be most of the month. I mean, the majority of you, where you're going to be resonating at or where you're going to be grounding from. And I set this on the obsidian mirror because obsidian is a grounding stone. This card is the balance card. So when I look at this card, it's part of the major arcana. So first off, I see that we've got a lot of energy going on for us this month. It's a lot about getting our ducks in a row. When I look at this card, I feel like it seems like we're starting to step forward out of the shadows and into the light, or into what it is that we want. So this balance card feels like we're actually, the Arians are going to, or Aries are going to step forward, declare what they want. The reason why I say that is I see this diamond here, and it feels like, you know, financial abundance, declaration of maybe love. This could be a diamond in a version like, say, a ring, a wedding, a proposal, that sort of. For some of you, it's about creativity. There's this ballerina here and living your dream creatively. For others, it's about creating that balance that creates financial abundance. But it is about stepping forward, being seen. The month of September will be about truly being like who we are and what we want to be, and creating that in a way that feels possible and balanced. It's going to feel a little scary for some of you, I have a feeling, because feels like there's a lot at risk. But if you, no pun intended, play your cards right, you will be, you'll be fine. And I feel like there's a lot of energy with this card that says that you are kind of supported in everything that you do, even if you don't feel like you're supported. I do look at this card and I feel like I'm hearing that, you know, I have to do this all on my own. I have to do this by myself. There's that sort of energy to this card. Or if there's some of you that are feeling that way while watching this video or going into the month of September, wanting to achieve your goals, wanting to accomplish your dreams, and feeling fearful that you maybe can't do it alone, I think that this card says to me that you actually have the power to do it. You have the ability to do it. You have the strength and the wherewithal to do it. It's just really about stepping forward and being seen, and like almost owning that fact, or owning what it is that you do want and why you want to create it, and then going about doing it in the month of September, like manifesting it. Now, the next card is your sort of like your grounding card or your foundation card. It's the reason why you're here. So it's maybe what you've come through recently in the recent past that has sort of opened the door for everything to be the way that it is. You have the Child of Cups, which is feeler. So this card tells me, sorry, it's not fully in screen. I can't. I'm doing this with my iPhone, so let me try and see if I can push the card over just a little bit. So this card here is a beautiful card. It's all about being in one's feelings. And I think that Aries being a fire sign, you guys don't necessarily always sort of do well with your feelings. To me, I don't think that this is a negative card. It feels like a card where you have been in your feelings quite a bit leading up to this point, leading up to sort of maybe sorting through them, finding out what works for you, what doesn't work for you, and learning about them and starting to make them work for you, starting to feel in control of them, starting to feel, I don't know, like more aware of how you feel and what feelings work for you, what feelings get you what it is that you want. And this is something that you've been working on or have dealt with in the recent past. They call the Aries the child of the zodiac, so it's interesting that the Child of Cups shows up here. So I think that maybe in some ways we've been dealing with our emotional selves and dealing with looking at our emotions and how we've been feeling and maybe having a few tantrums here and there leading up into this month. And this month, the month of September, it's going to be about balancing that and really owning those emotions, owning what it is that we want, and bringing that forward, right, in a sort of more adult, like balanced, kind of even keel sort of way. Now, the next card is your higher self or your spirit card, what it wants or what it's focused on, what it's doing during this month. So this is the Seven of Crystals. Crystals deals with the mind, and this is dullness. So to me, this is all about like getting rid of any blocks or anything that in your mind is kind of keeping you held back, keeping you blocked. Any sort of resentment, any sort of anger, past pain, just old stuff that's outdated information, things that don't no longer work for you. Your spirit is working on those things and trying to show you what those things are. So if you find yourself feeling frustrated or find yourself feeling hurt, sad, in a lot of memories or going to the past quite a bit, this is an opportunity to sort of clear it out. To me, it feels like this is your spirit calling forth these thoughts or these spaces in your mind that are kind of blocking you from finding what it is that you want to achieve. Finding, it's sort of like the thoughts that you have are what is creating the reality that you're experiencing. And so if you can't get through them, or if you can't like sort of break through the blocks and get through the negative thinking, the sort of frustration, the aggravation, those sort of things, then you're not going to be able to create what it is that you want. And so with this balance card, again, I feel like it's about taking this into account, being aware that what's in the past stays in the past. We can take the lessons from it, we can learn from it, we can move beyond it. We can use our feelings, like in this Child of Cups card, to sort of almost be our emotional navigation system in a way, to guide us, but to not allow it to rule us, if that makes any sense. And so that will help to produce this theme of balance that we need to help create what we want in our life. Now, the next card that you have, the next two cards, are what I call sort of outside influences, and these are things that are kind of going on around you or affecting you on the outside that you maybe weren't otherwise aware of. And so they're not necessarily of you, they're around you. So they can be people, events, sometimes things more vague like energies or belief systems that are having an effect on us, and that we should be made aware of during the month of September. Now this is interesting. This card comes up inverted, which I don't always take into account inverted meanings, but I am going to use this one as an inversion only because it is a major arcana and it's kind of a significant card. It's the Lover's card. And so to me, it looks like there might be some of you, my Aries people, that are either in relationships that you're questioning during the month of September, or you're having situations, friendships, even your relationship with yourself might be in question. Your love of yourself, your self-esteem, those sort of things could be at play. And that it makes sense because of we have this, your spirit working on the negative thinking of the mind, and we have you having just been through probably a pretty emotive period recently where you've been working through your emotions, both good and bad, but working through them and sort of learning about them and owning them as best you can to get yourself to this place where you want us to start to achieve this balance, right? Well, here it feels like this is also another opportunity where things feel out of balance or not really working very well. This could be with another person for some of you, but this could also be with yourself. This could be romantic, and these could also be friendships. But whatever this may be for those of you that are watching, or where this signifies, and you'll know as I'm talking about it, you'll go, oh, this is such and such, or this is that relationship, or this is my feeling about that about myself. I feel like this card and the energy of this card is here and present and can be uprighted at any time. And it is a very, very powerful card. It is major arcana, so that's why I choose to leave it inverted. But the fact of the matter is that the inversion can be flipped over during the month of September, and things can be made upright. Our relationship with ourselves can change if we sort of clear our mind of sort of the negative thoughts, or if we check in with our feelings and we find that balance within ourselves. We can also like change our relationships with, say, our friendships or our work relationships, or find more love for the people around us by doing that. And right now it feels like with it inverted, during the month of September, we might feel a little bit at odds. And that goes back to that original, when I said when I was first looking at this balance card, where it was feeling like maybe the Aries that are watching this video, that you might feel like you have to do it on your own, that you feel alone, kind of trying to bring this dream forth, or trying to bring together this idea, this manifestation, whatever it is that you're working on. If it's the next step in a relationship, the next step in a business, the next step in a creative idea, the feeling of being alone. This Lover's card being inverted tells me that it kind of adds to that sort of expression of feeling like your relationships aren't fully working right in this time, right? They don't feel like they're necessarily working so well. Well, I think you have the opportunity to make those changes and find that sort of self-love through doing this work that we have over here, which is working on our feelings, becoming more like, I don't want to say adult, but like learning more about how our feelings are our navigational system, how they are a way for our body and our spirit to communicate with us, how we need to sort of clear out on a very deep level the thoughts and things that block us or don't allow us to achieve our highest good. And as we do that, and when we do that from a place of balance, we are able to step forward and own who we are fully, and our relationships will repair themselves. Now, the next outside influence card, this is just another thing we should be aware of, is the Six of Wands, which is trust. So this card to me also speaks to relationships. I'm leaving the Lovers upright because I think that that's what I want to see for the Aries this month, and I want you guys to be aware of that you do have the right to upright your Lovers card at any given time. So that means, what I mean by that is, like I said, you can better your relationship with yourself, better your relationship with your loved ones, your family members, whoever it is that you might be finding that you're having trouble with or struggling with. But some of that is also going to require trust. Even trust in yourself, or trust in, say, your coworkers, your partner, your family members, whoever it is that you sort of maybe need to fix this relationship with and upright this with. You also have to learn how to trust them. You have to learn how to trust yourself. You have to sort of build that. So there will be that going on in the month of September for the Aries people that are watching. But I also think that too will help. That trust is an energy, or is an opportunity that is there, that is coming to you, that comes, it's wands is a spirit, is the aspect of spirit, right? The suit of spirit. So spirit is giving you opportunities in the month of September to learn how to trust not only yourself, but those around you, your environment, to help you to achieve your goals. So if you look for those opportunities, and if they even feel, let's say, a little scary or a little unknown, or I feel like there is an opportunity. What I'm hearing is there is an opportunity here relationship-wise, with yourself and others, to sort of upgrade and take your, how do I want to explain it? Take your trust and your trust in yourself and your trust in others, your trust in your environment, all of that to the next level. And you can do that by trying to remain balanced and staying centered on your goals. Stay centered on this diamond. Stay centered on the opportunities that are around you. Don't let this dullness creep in. Don't let the mind talk you out of it. Don't let sort of whatever's wonky in your relationships be your focus. Focus yourself on trusting that you can fix this, trusting that you can find a better way, trusting that you can sort of work, your spirit will guide you through the detritus of your mind and thought and bring you to a place of feeling better and more in control, and that your feelings can really, and your thoughts can really work for you and start to shift your relationships and your creative ability in the month of September. Now, this last card is just kind of an overall potential outcome for the month. So it's not set in stone by any means. If it is a negative card or something we don't want to have happen, this card is sort of used as a warning to let us know that this is where we're naturally headed, right? During the month of September. So we can use self-will and choice and change to affect this outcome. It's not set in stone, but this is kind of the general overview of where you guys are going to be headed as a group collectively. So this is the time-space card. Again, another major arcana card. 3 major arcana cards out of 6 to me say that the Aries are going to have a big emotional, energetic month. There's going to be a lot of shifting. Now, when I look at these cards as a whole and I feel the energy coming out from these cards and what I'm feeling inside, I feel like this is really a month of repositioning for you guys. You guys are really deciding and refining where you want to be, how you want to be, what you want in your life, and how you're going to go about getting it. But the question is are we able to trust our feelings? Are we able to clear out our old ways of thinking? Are we able to trust ourselves within our own relationships to make the right choices and changes? Maybe we have to cut away this inverted lovers card, which I'm leaving upright. Maybe we need to cut away certain people in our life that are no longer serving us. Maybe that's part of this inversion too. I think that might be for some of you. There are some sort of, how do I want to say it, like just relationships that might be a little bit toxic or aren't helping, that are making us feel like we are not okay. And the reason why I say this is because this time-space card here at the end says that there's a lot of reflection happening. There's going to be a lot of reflection going on within your mind, and I think that this is a good card because it gives time-space means that we're taking the time and the space to sort of get clear on what it is we want, how it is we want it, and then going about creating it. I look at this statue and he's shooting off of these ideas, this ball of energy is shooting from his mind as he's staring out into space. There's a meditative person down here. This card is very spiritual. This card is very much about sort of inner contemplation and sort of the creation that comes from that. It also ties nicely into this balance card. So what this says to me is if the Aries in the month of September can remain balanced and stay focused on their goals, learn to trust themselves, cut away anything that's not working for them, and really be critical in the sense of really look at things both emotionally and mentally. Is this thought serving me? Does this feeling of frustration help me, or does focusing on it actually hurt me? Does it waste my time to focus on this frustration or anger, or am I actually achieving something? When you start to find those answers and you start to find that balance, you're going to start to come forward and you're going to start to manifest and create better things in your life, be it relationships, finances, whatever it is that you're looking for. But this is the month where we need to get clear on what it is we're looking for. That's this time-space card. I don't know if all of you will get clear, because this time-space card does say to me that if this is the sort of the cumulative outcome of the month of September, it says to me that you guys will still maybe be pondering or freeing things up, setting things up for maybe the month of October, or being more clear in October, but it does feel like the work that's being done right now is important work. There's very important work. All of this spread, as I'm looking at it, is sitting on this diamond, which is, to me, not only represents, like, from a very obvious place, wealth or abundance, but it also represents clarity and strength. And so Aries, you guys, if you're looking for clarity and strength, you are on the route to finding it, but you have to do the work. And the work is going to be to trust oneself, to take the time and reflect, to repair or get rid of relationships that are no longer serving us, and really examine our relationships to ourselves. Look at our thoughts on a deeper level. How are they serving us or not serving us? Are our thought patterns our friends, or are they our foes? Are we spending too much time in the past, where we're dwelling on the past, which we can't change? And then also remember that our feelings, are a broad spectrum, and it's better to probably be more enthusiastic and joyful than to be sort of sad and angry and depressed. But you're learning that. I think that you have learned that in the recent months, and to keep that in mind as you go through the month of September, because that's going to help to keep you balanced. I hope that made sense. Please like, share, subscribe, comment down below. Let me know if you have any questions. I can certainly rewatch the video and respond. Again, this is a general reading for all of those for the month of September 2019, for those with Aries in their sun, moon, rising, and Venus. We do have a lover's card here, so those with cross watchers with Aries and Venus might want to look at this, because some of this might make sense. If you're having some trouble in your relationships right now, that might be why this card is inverted for those with Venus and Aries. But just be aware, it really is about us trusting ourselves, finding that balance, and getting that clarity that we need, so that we can get on to creating something really amazing and beautiful that's coming. And I can feel that. I can feel it in my body that it's coming. It's a matter of us sort of, like, how do I want to put it? Cleaning a house or clearing a house to be prepared for it. Okay, I look forward to seeing you guys at the mid-month. Please check out my pick-a cards, my charming videos. And again, like, share, comment, and please subscribe to the channel if you've enjoyed it. Have a great month, and I will see you guys soon. Take care. Bye.